Hello and welcome to Medical Myth Busted. My name is Dr. Moses Kazevu. This is a series on my YouTube channel where we look at two important medical myths and we aim to either approve of them or debunk them. Today on this episode, we shall look at two important medical myths. One myth is that vitamins and supplements actually make us healthier. Do they actually make us healthier? Well, stick around and find out. The second myth is that we only use 10% of our brains. Wait, what? So that motivational speaker lied to us about using 10% of our brains? Did they?
Tell us, Doc.
Okay, let's stick around and find out. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video and drop a comment so that you could be receiving such content on a daily basis. So, looking at our first myth, do vitamins actually make us much more healthier, and do supplements actually make us healthier? So let's first look at what these supplements and these vitamins are. So remember that vitamins and supplements are essential for the well functioning of your body and for the working of the enzymes and the chemical reactions that take place in your body. They require certain vitamins. Like for example, you know that vitamin A is needed for your vision, vitamin D is needed for your bones, and as well as calcium absorption in your gut. But then would it potentially make you much healthier if you took more vitamins? Suppose if you want to be a superhero and you want to be a bit stronger, would that mean if you take more vitamin D that would make your bones stronger?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we should try it out. But according to the FDA, which is the Food, Drug and Administration Agency, which is pretty much responsible for regulating all the drugs that are put out on the market, they do not regulate or restrict the amount of supplements that are put on the market as much as they do with the other drugs. And that's where the problem actually underlies. And actually, if you do not have any deficiency in any of these nutrients, if you do not lack vitamin C, if you do not lack vitamin D, if you do not lack iron, these supplements and these vitamins actually have no added extra benefit for you to actually take them. And actually taking them would actually put you at risk of developing other things. It has been seen that there has been some evidence that women that actually take higher amounts of calcium are much more prone to develop dementia than those that are pretty much taking normal amounts and are not really taking the extra supplements. So the only way to actually know that you need these supplements is if you have a deficiency and you actually go get checked at the hospital. So please go get checked at the hospital. Now, moving on to our second myth. The second myth is that we only use 10% of our brain. I'm sure you've watched many TED Talks. I'm sure you've watched many motivational speakers. They'll be there on the screen saying that, oh, by the way, we only use 10% of our brain. And I'm sure you've even seen memes where individuals are saying we could pretty much be flying if we were using 10% of our brains, or more than 10% of our brains. But that is far from the truth. According to the MRI scans that are actually being done currently, way back when this myth started off, there weren't these brain imaging scans that help us detect the activity of the brain whenever an individual is carrying out a certain task or even remaining dormant. So that is why most of these motivational speakers came up with this notion that we only use 10% of our brain. But with later development in science and later advances in science, we got to realize that we actually use about virtually almost 100% of our brain. So we do not actually use 10% of our brain. But where does this myth actually stem from? It actually stems from pretty much motivational speakers that were advocating that we would use more of our brains and we need to do greater things. And I don't know, maybe it was a way of motivating people to put their minds to it somehow. Maybe people weren't putting their minds too much to things somehow. Anyways, so looking at our verdicts for today's show, do vitamin supplements actually, or even other added supplements, make you healthier? Can we get a drum roll, please? The answer is no. Vitamin supplements actually do not make you healthier. They only are important when you have a vitamin deficiency or if you're not taking enough in your diet. And looking at our second myth, do we actually use 10% of our brains? The answer, can we get a drum roll, please? The answer is no. We actually use more than 10% of our brain, and actually at any given time, MRI scans, which are these fancy pictures of the brain that help us tell the activity, and other brain imaging techniques have shown that at any given moment, almost the entire brain is actually working. There are only some bits and pieces that are actually dormant. So that is all I had for you today. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Drop a like, drop a comment, and hit the bell notification icon to be receiving videos every time I post. Until next time, my name is Dr. Moses Kazevu. Bye bye.